Hey everybody, it's the last day of my cruise. I am a first-time cruiser and I'm just enjoying the nice sunny day outside. It's a sea day. We're traveling back to Fort Lauderdale and I figured I would give you some really cool tips on how to be a first-time cruiser. You see, I have no idea what cruising is about. So the first thing I did was I got a popular cruising YouTuber to be my uncle. So I got Don from Don's Family Vacations, and I said, hey, do you want to be my cruising mentor? And he said, sure. And I said, all you have to do is pay for the entire cruise because I have no money. And he said, okay. And so he brought me and my brother on a cruise, and we're on the Harmony of the Seas, Royal Caribbean, and we departed Fort Lauderdale. We went to Labadee, Haiti, Aruba, and Curacao. And now we're on our way back to Fort Lauderdale. So for tip number 1, make sure you have a cruising YouTuber uncle. Tip number 2, bring a parka for a Caribbean cruise. And you might say, well, that seems kind of weird. And I would think so too. However, what you're gonna do is you're going to go to the Embassy Suites hotel because it's kind of near the cruise port in Fort Lauderdale. And then you're going to be with your uncle and your brother who are both bigger than you. And so they're going to get the 2 beds, which means you're going to sleep on the pile of gravel that is the pull-out sofa bed. And right above that pile of gravel is the air conditioning unit that is also known as the Arctic Blast unit. And it's pointing right down at the sofa bed. And you can have 3, 4, 5 blankets on, but that's not going to be enough. You are going to die from hypothermia. So have a parka. If you can fit that into your luggage, that is your second cruise tip. Now, cruise tip number 3. Prepare to die. Not from the hypothermia, but from the traffic outside the Fort Lauderdale airport. Because you're gonna hail this cabbie, and he's gonna be so nice and charming, he's gonna be talkative, he's gonna be your best friend. And then he's gonna get behind the wheel, and he's going to go places in the traffic where there is no space. There are no signals, and even if there are signals, he doesn't care because he's weaving his way, he's honking his horn, there's cars going everywhere, it's like nobody has a license. You are going to fear for your life. So, tip number 3, for your first time cruise, prepare to die. Tip number 4, don't worry about booking a hotel that has the complimentary breakfast because this is how it's going to go. You're going to be in the airport waiting for your flight to go to Fort Lauderdale. And you got to be there 3 hours in advance. So you're going to look around and you're going to say, I guess I'll go get that bag of pretzels. And so you're going to be munching on those pretzels. And then when you get to your hotel, you're going to say, well, you know, it's supper time. I guess I got to get something to eat, you know. So you're going to walk down the street and you're going to get some Papa John's pizza. And you're going to bring it back to your room and you're going to eat that. But of course you bought too much and you don't want to waste it, and so you eat as much as you can. Then in the morning, you're going to have the breakfast and you're not hungry. But you're going to eat the breakfast anyway because it's free. And then you're going to get on the cruise ship and guess what? There's food everywhere. There's food here, there's food there. They're just putting the food into your mouth. There's no room. There's no room. So the best thing you could do is book a hotel that doesn't have the free complimentary breakfast, and that'll save space for later on. What are we on? Tip number 5? Okay, let's do tip number 5. Listen to your wife. When you're packing, okay? When you're packing and you're a guy and you remember you put some shirts in there, you put some pants in there, you put some underwear in there, you put some socks in there, and then your wife says, do you want some sunscreen? And you're kind of like, no, it doesn't matter. I don't need sunscreen. Did you put enough underwear? Well, I remember putting underwear in there. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And then you go, and then you find out, holy smokes, I'm in Haiti, but it's actually Hades. It is 1 billion degrees outside. The sun is cooking you. You can feel the sizzle of bacon, like bacon sizzle on your skin. It is so hot. Like, you're just coming from, what, 5 degrees in November in where you're coming from? Yeah, well, it's 28, 30 degrees Celsius. And you're thinking, I am going to be a tomato. I'm going to be a cooked tomato. And you're thinking, wait a second, maybe I should have listened to my wife and brought that sunscreen so I don't die. And oh yeah, that underwear. Remember that underwear when you said, okay, well, I'm a guy, I can survive with 6 pairs of underwear. That 6 pairs of underwear will last you about 2 days. Unless you want to be leaving little puddles of water everywhere you sit, because it is so hot here that your panties are going to be squishy with water. And so you have to change them multiple times a day. And so that 6 pairs of underwear that you brought because you're a guy and you think you can get through an 8-day cruise with 6 pairs of underwear, yeah, you can't. You can't. What's next? Okay, remember when I talked to you about the food? Don't get the complimentary breakfast at the hotel? Okay. There is going to be so much food on this cruise that you will die. There is the morning buffet. Okay, so you're gonna go there and you're gonna say, that looks good, that looks good. There's so many options. Oh, potato patties, corned beef hash. I'm not even gonna have the bacon. There's so many other interesting things here. You're gonna get it. And then before you leave the buffet, you're gonna say, well, as I'm walking out, I'm gonna take that pastry, maybe that sticky bun right there. And then you're gonna bring that down. Oh, maybe a small plate of cookies so you can munch during the day. Okay, that's fine. That's breakfast. And then there's lunch. Okay, what do you wanna do for lunch? Well, there's free ice cream there, there's free hot dogs there, there's the buffet open for lunch still, there's the main dining lunch. And so you're gonna go and you're gonna see, oh, what do they have for the lunch options? And then you're gonna get some of that. And then maybe your uncle, who is the sugar daddy of the cruise, paid for specialty dining all week long. You don't wanna waste that, that was a lot of money. So you're gonna go to the steakhouse. Okay, steakhouse. Oh, I'm already stuffed to the gills. I'm physically pushing in the pieces of steak and those steaks are pushing the other pieces down my throat because I don't have enough power to swallow. There's no room down below for the food. Okay, so understand, that's like your first day of cruising. Now, you're going to be full for an entire week after eating that one day, but you're still going to be pushing things in. Maybe you got the coffee package. Well, guess what? When you go get that iced cafe mocha, that's about 3,000 calories right there. That's going in. And then it's really hot outside and it's a sea day, so what do you want to do? Let's go get that free ice cream. That's going in. You will not be hungry. I was looking so forward to this cruise because it was going to be food. I like food. I want to try different food and it's all free. I'm all about free. But it's too much. It's too much. And you will die. Tip number something. I can't remember where we're at. But you have to keep your OCD under control. If you're going to see a stage production of, say, Grease, you have to understand that the stage production is different than the movie. I've seen the movie about 1 billion times. My brother has seen the movie 2 billion times. And then we're watching, and all of a sudden, that song is in the wrong place. They don't sing that at the party, they sing that after the sleepover. Well, guess what? It's different on the play. Like in the play we saw, Danny did not sing Grease Lightning. Are you kidding me? That's the song of the movie. No, Kaneki sang it. Well, that wasn't like the movie, but I guess the play is different. And so all the way through, we're going, "Urgh." Just accept it. Keep your OCD in check. My brother was dying inside watching this, but we got through. We survived. Okay, this cruise tip is a little specific. Okay, so if you go on a cruise for the first time and your uncle is a popular YouTuber, he's going to be stopped every 2 minutes by fans of the channel. Okay, so he's gonna be talking there, he's gonna be, oh, I'm a celebrity. And then your brother. If you go on a cruise with your brother at the same time, and he's a good singer and he's doing karaoke contests and stuff like that, he's gonna have a certain degree of fame as well. So you have to make sure that you're not the loser of the group. So make sure you're good at something. Prepare in advance, knowing, okay, this is the date of my cruise. I have to be good at something, just so I'm not the loser. I trained for 8 years so that I could beat them on the rock wall. I haven't done anything else, but at least I can say I beat you at climbing the rock wall. Tip, make sure you're good at something. Okay, another tip. Don't leave when you have to leave to get to an activity. okay? Leave 4 hours before you need to get to that activity. If there's a show on the big stage in the theater, or if you have to be at dinner at like 5:30, leave 4 hours before that. Because on a ship the size of the Harmony of the Seas, you are not going to remember how to get anywhere. The ship is so big. Is it on deck 3? Is it on deck 4? Is it in that open place over there? Wait, is it at the front of the ship? Is it at the back of the ship? You will not remember. In fact, you will spend hours and hours of walking in the wrong direction. So much that you may even miss your dinner. And what happens if you don't eat? You die. Okay, I'm a little out of breath for this tip. Tell you what, if you're going down, just take the stairs, okay? If you wait for the elevator, you could have gone to the other end of the ship and back on every deck before the elevator will get to you. Just go down the stairs. It's nice and super easy. Nice stairwell, very elegant, lots of artwork. If you're going up, well, you can decide. I'm a little out of breath because I just came up 12 flights of stairs, I guess. But I'm not gonna wait all that time for an elevator, and just to get an elevator that's crowded and no room to get in, no, just take the stairs. Okay, this one is going to be bring a recording device. Not for pictures of the ship, and not for pictures of Haiti and Aruba and Curacao. What you need to do is understand that when you're sharing a room with someone that you don't normally share a room with, freaky ass noises are gonna come out of them when they're sleeping, okay? I'm sharing a room with my brother, and it's not just snoring, it's grunting and wheezing and blowing, and I don't even know. Like a couple nights ago, he was sounding out vowels in his sleep. What is that? What are you doing? So there's 3 stages to dealing with this, right? There's stage 1, where you can say, hey, you know, you were snoring last night and it prevented me from sleeping. And then maybe they could do something about that, you know, just like shut up. And then there's stage 3, which is the Harmony of the Seas has these very big pillows on the bed. Perfect for putting over their face and smothering them to death. Okay, but we don't want necessarily to get to stage 3, okay? Now, the recording device is to record them doing the freaky ass noises, okay? And then showing them the freaky ass noises. But the recording device is also not to prevent stage 3. It's just to give you peace of mind that you have evidence that stage 3 was necessary. Okay, there you have it. Those are some cruise tips for first-time cruisers. Maybe some of them are a little specific. Oh well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to know more about our Harmony of the Seas cruise, I'm going to be posting a couple of videos, maybe about the staff, maybe about some restaurants, maybe what I encountered during the cruise, and I hope you tune into those. All right, see you next time.